Welcome back. It is time again for a Football Friday with Hooters and Mile High Sports. Welcome back to Marisa.
Yay.
Marisa, we were just talking about this before Danny pressed the little magic button for us to record. We've only got a couple more of these, and it feels like we just started.
It does.
And we're already all the way into the playoffs. Now the Broncos have to play. I'm nervous. Like, I can't decide whether I'm excited. I can't decide whether I need to go to Hooters and just start doing shots.
Yeah, you do.
To try to calm my nerves. I have no idea what to do because I am incredibly nervous as the Broncos get ready for the divisional playoff after being the number one seed, not playing last weekend. And now here comes Josh Allen and company. We will get to that in just a moment. But as we get ready for our Football Friday, we'd like to be able to remind you, here it is, 2026, right? We are getting ready for the playoffs. It's in 2026. So here are the 2026 Hooters calendars. And the reason I bring that up is because there's only a few of them left at each of the stores, and the price has dropped
to $12.
Yes, $12 and like 45 cents. I mean, come on. You got that. But remember, there's $100 worth of coupons inside every single calendar, so you need to go grab yours before they're out. Take advantage of the coupons. Have folks like Marisa sign the calendar for you. They're more than happy to do that when you stop by. Find your location nearest to you, stop by, get a calendar, take advantage of the discount price and all of those coupons that are good all the way through the rest
of the year
of 2026. So it's absolutely spectacular. Some other specials coming up, including what Hooters will be doing for the big game. I try not to get sued by the NFL, so I use those words instead. All right, you ready? We got to make some picks.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so nervous about this.
Okay.
You can make your picks as well. Make sure you're following us on Instagram at Mile High Sports, at Hooters Colorado. That is where you'll find the link, and I'll tell you what you can wind up winning and how you can get involved. But it's time to start making picks. We're going to go with the same picks that you get to make online if you enter in your picks for the prize pack. So let's start with the obvious one. It's Josh Allen and the Bills. It is Bo Nix and the Broncos at home at Mile High. Weather is going to continue to be nice, in part because the game's going to be Saturday at 2:30, and in part because Mother Nature is drunk. So we have no idea why it is. It has been so sunny, but we're going to enjoy it this weekend. Marisa, Bills or Broncos?
I feel like I'm really nervous about it. I'm scared because realistically, it is 50-50. I want to see the Broncos, but Josh Allen is such a good quarterback. But our defense is super good. Bo Nix is still a really good quarterback, but he is still new as well. But I have to go with the Broncos.
All right, there we go. Hometown pick. That's what I was really hoping for.
You said
I was hoping there was going to be a hometown pick. All right. I am also nervous as all get out. I told you, just like, I mean, it's probably the only way to calm the nerves right now. Forget dry January. All right. You can't be a Broncos fan and do dry January, right? Anyway. I am very nervous about this game because the Bills' defense is not very good, especially against the run. It just isn't. I mean, the Jags were close there. Jacksonville just unfortunately couldn't get it done. But you can take advantage of that defense. However, as Marisa just said, Josh Allen can go Superman mode at any point in time.
He's hungry.
He is such a good quarterback. I love the fact that he came out of Laramie. Go Pokes. I mean, I love the fact that he came from Wyoming. I am going to pick the Broncos, but I'm going to tell you that my fingernails be chewed down to the nubs. I am going to be so nervous this weekend, but let's see if we can kick off the divisional weekend with a win for the Broncos. I am going to stick with Marisa. I am going to stick with my team. And I will be there in the South Stands yelling as loud as I possibly can. So forgive me next week if at this time I still don't have my voice back. All right. So we're both going to go with the Broncos. I'm going to do it nervously. Over-under is set at 45.5. You talked about how good the Broncos defense is. I mentioned the fact that the Bills defense is a little shaky, especially against the run. But we know Josh Allen can score. We certainly know this Broncos offense is capable of scoring.
Yeah.
Maybe Sean Payton's been hiding some things up his sleeve. Over or under 45.5 points?
Ooh, I'm going to say, I think it's going to be a little under.
Under. Same here. Look at this. We're agreeing again. Every time she's here, we're agreeing. Okay, I'm going to say the same thing. I think it's going to be under, but here's what I'm hoping for. All fingers and toes crossed. Is that the Broncos defense or special teams, maybe Marvin Mims, how about a Marvin Mims special, gets a score for the Broncos as well. I think that's going to help them, and it's going to keep the Broncos fans into it These tickets are in high demand. True story, folks. I was in Jacksonville last weekend. I was flying back to Denver on Monday. Ran into a billion Bills fans in Jacksonville. That crowd had so many Bills fans in it. And I met, just in my time at the airport, I met two that had already bought their tickets to be here in Denver. So fans, we need you to be loud and raucous at the stadium, just like Coach Payton talked about earlier this week in his press conference, because I'm telling you, there's going to be a lot of Bills fans here. Do whatever you can to drown them out. We got 2 more picks, 3 more games, but 2 more picks to get to. Again, you can participate in this. This is our Football Friday challenge. Follow at Hooters Colorado, at Mile High Sports. There's a link on there. You go in, you make your picks. You make the first 2 picks we just did. Broncos or Bills. Don't need to worry about the spread. Just Broncos or Bills. Over under on 45.5. There'll be 2 more picks for you to make, and you got a chance to win a great weekly prize pack. You're also entered to win our grand prize, which is wings for a year, courtesy of Hooters. I want to touch on a couple more specials that are coming up. First of all, I said you got the big game coming up. Okay. Yes. During the big game, Hooters has, and this is all on their website, hooterscolorado.com. There are some to-go specials. If you decide you want to be at home and you want to chill, but you do not want to cook, which I don't blame you, Hooters has some great to-go specials that'll be good for February 8th during the big game. But they will also have a ton of specials and deals and prizes and fun if you want to go to one of the 3 Hooters Colorado locations and be able to hang out with the Hooters ladies and watch the game, including like a couple of prizes. There's a custom solo stove.
That is super cool.
An engraved custom solo stove. Or if you like the idea of eating for free, and who doesn't, how about 50 wings every month for the rest of 2026? All these kind of deals, you can go and enjoy the big game at Hooters Colorado. If you're not going to be there for the big game, remember, stop by. You can be there for UFC 324, 325.
Yes, that'd be a good one.
Yep, you can always see the UFC fights at Hooters, no cover charge. You just get to go and watch. They take care of it, put it up on the TVs for you, and enjoy the fight. And remember, if you stop by there on a Saturday, bring the kiddos, because
kids eat free.
That's right. Kids eat free on Saturdays. So make sure you stop by for that. Happy hour every Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 with some great deals. So perfect excuse to go by, whether it's a weekday, a Saturday, or like I said, if you're making plans for February 8th and where you're going to be watching the big game with hopefully our Denver Broncos on board and having some fun.
Yes.
All right. There are 3 more games. We're going to do picks in 2 of them. We're going to make picks in all of them. You only have to do 2. All right. Let's go to the night game on Saturday. San Francisco and Seattle. This actually has the biggest spread of the weekend. Seattle is favored by an entire touchdown. They're at home. Not a lot of faith, apparently, in Brock Purdy and Christian McCaffrey and company when we're looking at the San Francisco 49ers. And we know the 12s up in Seattle like to get loud. Niners or Seahawks?
I'm going to say the Niners.
You're going to pull an upset.
Yeah, I think so. I just feel like they're really hungry.
That's impressive. I like it. They've got one of the best players on the planet in Christian McCaffrey. The guy is just a beast and clearly has not missed an arm workout in like about 3 decades.
His whole life.
Yeah.
The day he was born.
I was going to say going all the way back to, elementary school, pre-Valor for sure. He's always out. That's why nobody can get him to fumble. I mean, have you seen him when he holds the ball? That's an embarrassment, man. CMC, you're making us look bad. I'm going to take Seattle, but I think this is going to come down to like whoever has the ball at the end of the game. I really do. I think this is going to be a great game. I think 7 points is too much. I think San Francisco will keep this close. I have a lot of faith in Mike Shanahan as a coach, but look at what Sam Darnold and Seattle have done. And Seattle's defense is legit, y'all. They are really good. And so if they can feed off the energy of that crowd up in the Starbucks City, you know that Seattle can get it done. All right. So Marissa says San Francisco. I say Seattle. That's good. It's never good if we agree on everything.
I know.
We can't agree on everything. You're not supposed to do that.
We did our homework though. So it's like, but this one, I'm like, we're going to go by faith. So.
Okay. So let's see if we agree or disagree. The final pick that you have to make online with our weekly contest, Houston or New England. The Texans go on the road. They go to Foxborough to take on the New England Patriots. The Broncos have the 1 seed because of the crazy tiebreaker. Otherwise, it would have been New England. So the Pats are hosting the Texans. What do you say?
I want to say the Texans, but it's hard when you're not in your home stadium and you hear people booing you. You don't see your colors. Yeah. But I'm going to still go with the Texans.
You're going to take the Texans on the road. Another one we get to disagree.
Yay.
I will take New England, but again, I think this is going to be a close game. New England's only favored by 3. Again, another game that could come down to that 3. It could be a field goal type of thing. Houston's defense also very good. Shocking, teams with good defense are doing well in the playoffs. But I think New England will find a way to get it done. I think what Mike Vrabel and Drake May and that entire team have done this season is fantastic. Basically coming from last place in their division all the way up to first place. Same thing that the Bears did. We'll talk about that in a second.
Oh, that was so good.
So that's your afternoon game on Sunday. Now, it's not one of the picks you have to make online, but we are going to do it anyway in Chi-Town. The Los Angeles Rams and Matt Stafford come to town to take on the Bears. The Bears pulled it off against the Packers. Now they turn around and do it again. By the way, only the second time in NFL history that a team has been back-to-back home underdogs in the playoffs. That's the Chicago Bears. It's only happened one other time in the history of the NFL, and the Bears are underdogs again. Rams or Bears?
See, my family's from Chicago.
Okay.
So the Bears.
You got to go with the same.
We had so much faith in them. I mean, I lost a little bit, but we knew that something would happen. Some miracle would happen, and it did. So I'm going to go with Bears. I'm nervous, and I'm not going to make any bets because I trust them, but not with my bank account. But we're going to go with the Bears.
I like that because I actually will not be making any bets on the Bears either, but I am going to pick them. I'm going to say that they pull the upset. If anything, if I were doing the bet, I would take them plus the 3.5. Let's see if they can pull this off and they can continue to ride this miracle. Yes. And Ben Johnson, with all of his 4-letter bombs, can get it done once again for the Bears. And based on our picks, it would then be Bears, and you've got San Francisco, I've got Seattle. This could be pretty interesting.
Yep.
I'm hoping for a Bears upset just because I think it would be fun. Nothing against Sean McVay, nothing against Matt Stafford, who's had an MVP type of season or anything like that. I just like seeing the Bears. And I've had so many people come up to me, Marissa, over the course of the last couple of weeks and say, it's so nice that there's different teams in the playoffs, right?
Yes.
We're not talking about the Chiefs. We're not talking about the Eagles right now. We've mixed things up a little bit.
It's more fun
to be able to talk about some different teams and some different players, and so I think that's kind of fun. Yes, I know as a Broncos fan, it's New England again, but it's a whole new regime, right? It's not Tom Brady, it's not Bill Belichick. I know we hate that team and we've hated them for a long time, but it's just nice to see
new faces, underdogs.
It's nice to see something different. All right, so we told you the first 3 games of the weekend, the 2 on Saturday and the first one on Sunday, as well as the over/under in the Broncos. Those are your 4 picks. Our tiebreaker question is, how many rushing touchdowns will there be between the Broncos and the Bills? I say 2. I actually say there will be 1 for each team. I'm looking at you, RJ Harvey. And then I think the Bills will find a way, whether it's Josh Allen, somebody else. So I'm going to say there's going to be 2 total rushing touchdowns in the game, 1 for each team. You don't have to say which team does what. All you got to do is pick a total. You going to agree? Lower, higher?
I'm going to say 15. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to say 3 because I want to say 1, but I'm like, no, there's going to be more than 1. But I don't want to agree with you too.
See?
So I'm going to say 3.
I like this because she knows exactly what to do. Any of you that follow me with my betting picks or you listen to the Fade 5 podcast, you know that the smartest thing you can do is not agree with me. And you can pick a different number. And so that's exactly what Marissa is going to do. She says 3, I say 2. Get online and make your picks. Only a couple of more Football Fridays for you. But yes, win or lose with the Broncos, we will be back next week with another Football Friday for the AFC and the NFC Championship. And then we will take the week off when we're talking about the big gap in between the championships and the big game. And then we will be back for that one as well to put a bow on the 25-26 season for Football Friday. All right, Marissa says Broncos. She says Niners. She says Houston. Mm-hmm. She says Chicago because she doesn't want to disagree with family. And she says 3 rushing touchdowns. Get online and make your same picks as well so that you can participate in our Hooters Football Friday. For Marissa, for all the ladies at Hooters Colorado, remember, make your plans for the big game, make your plans for UFC, and go get the last of the calendars that are remaining. You get them at a discount and take advantage of those coupons. Let's go Broncos.
Oh, let's go Broncos.
Back next week for Hooters Football Friday. For Marissa, for Danny Bailey behind the glass, our executive producer, my name is Nate Lundy with Mile High Sports. We will see you next Friday. Go Broncos!